I support.
Aye. So, Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for indulgence, and therefore I wish to reply as follows. First and foremost, let me thank my colleague, honorable members, from across the political divide, for having supported this motion almost unanimously, for having lent your support to this motion without exception. All of you who have been able to speak to this motion have actually supported it. And that is very, very encouraging. I cannot forget to thank the leadership of the two coalitions out there for having appealed to their members, for having encouraged their members to support this motion in the manner they have done. That is the spirit in which this country needs to move forward. A country that speaks to itself, a country that speaks within itself, is a country that prospers. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, now it is the duty of this House again, if and when we pass this motion, because I'm sure we shall do so, by way of voting, what is going to remain is the processing of the legislative proposals that are attendant to this NADCO report. My plea is that the processing of those instruments needs to be fast-tracked. Mr. Speaker, as we speak, it is really disheartening that because of the dysfunction of the IEBC, the great constituency of Banisa in Mandera County is not represented in this House now for almost a year. And they have not had the benefit for their representative to contribute to such an important motion. That for sure marks a turning point in the political history of this country. So how I wish that we would fast track the processing of these legislative proposals so that at the very least we have a reconstitution of the IBC in the manner that has been provided for in the NADCO report, so that the IBC can be able to undertake its constitutional mandate, can be able to execute its mandate within the timelines that's provided for, especially the holding of by-elections, the conduct of by-elections, both at the constituency and at the ward level. A number of wards are actually also vacant as we speak, because they are missing the ward representatives. Honorable Speaker, a lot has been said about the not more than two-thirds gender principle. The last time by my friend, the Honorable Lesuda. Honorable Speaker, I want to reiterate what I said when I was seconding this motion. That because of the timelines and in the wisdom of the NADCO, it was recommended that the multi-sectoral working group that was dealing with the not more than two-thirds gender question be allowed to conclude its work within the time frame that it had been allocated. And that whatever recommendations shall emanate from that multi-sectoral working group shall form part of the NADCO report, regardless of when those recommendations will land in this House. That is the principle. It may not be apparent on the face of that report, but that is the principle. The spirit of the NADCO report is that whatever recommendations that multi-sectoral working group shall come up with shall form part of the NADCO report and shall therefore be treated in the same manner the other recommendations of the NADCO report are being treated. That should actually give some comfort to our colleague, lady members of parliament, and indeed the women folk across the country. Okay? 2, the matter of the cost of living remains an outstanding issue. We agreed to disagree, and that is really very healthy. We agreed to disagree within NADCO, that the matter of the cost of living be left pending, since there was no consensus. There are the mere sides progressive recommendations or proposals were shut down. And therefore, we left it to the Kenya Kwanza side, which is in control of the government, to see to it that they reduce the cost of living. I'm hoping they will do so, because otherwise this is a ticking time bomb. This is a ticking time bomb. I can see manipulation of the exchange rate through manipulation of the Eurobond. That is a story for another day. I'll be coming back to deal with it later. I hope you will be able, Kenya Kwanza, to deal with the cost of living. Otherwise, it will consume you. It will consume you in the fullness of time, Honorable Speaker. So finally, as I conclude, just add my minutes, I finish. Let me say that God has been very kind to this country.
To conclude.
God has been extremely kind to Kenya, because every time we are on the verge of falling into the precipice, the Almighty God has always pulled us back. And we must get the learning from this. Getting into dialogue with your political opponent cannot be a sign of weakness. On the contrary, it's a sign of strength. If you can dialogue with your political opponent, it shows that you have got the strength and the...
Order, the Honorable Member for Wandayi.
Honorable Speaker, is the minority leader in order to mislead this House that there is manipulation of the exchange rate? He should table evidence to that effect or withdraw.
The Honorable Wandayi. Order. The Honorable Mbadi, order. The Honorable Wandayi, would you substantiate that?
You know, if I have in argument.
No, this is not, this order, order. Order. This is a matter of grave concern to the public. And so you just can't get away with it like that. You either substantiate the manipulation of the currency or you withdraw that statement.
Honorable Speaker, I think in this House, and me and you have been lucky to be here for some time, since 2013. It cannot be out of order for a honorable member to express his opinion about what is happening in the exchange rate market. It cannot be out of order. My opinion is that the current movement in the exchange rate is as a result of manipulation, and which is tied to the Eurobond. That is a matter of opinion.
The Honorable Wandayi.
Yes.
As Presiding Officer today, I insist, because this is a matter that is concerned to the public, you know that, and you know the impact of your statement. So you either table evidence to that effect or you withdraw that statement.
I will ask you, Honorable Speaker, to indulge me and allow me to bring the evidence, because I don't have it here now, to bring the evidence at the soonest possible time.
If you don't have
I could bring it on Tuesday this week at 2:30 p.m.
If you don't have the evidence, you know what our rules say.
No.
Order. What our rules say, as you alone is responsible for the truthfulness of the statement that you make on this floor of the House. So if you don't have that evidence with you, I would request you to proceed and withdraw the statement and proceed with concluding it.
It's in hard form, and I didn't carry it here. And I am saying that if you gave me time, I would be able to come and substantiate with documents. Is that too difficult?
I order you, Wandayi, withdraw your statement that the currency is manipulated. If you don't have that evidence now, I order that you withdraw that statement.
What I will do, Honorable Speaker, to make the matters easy, is to suspend my statement for now and allow me, when I come back on Tuesday at 2:30 p.m., I'll come back here with a load of evidence, if that could suffice, Honorable Speaker.
Go ahead and suspend it.
Fine. I hereby suspend my statement that the exchange rate is being manipulated until I am able to carry the load of evidence and bring it here to substantiate what I've said. Honorable Speaker, with those very many remarks, I wish to reply. Thank you very much. May God bless you.